Me, 27F, work at a massive software company, pull in solid six figures just to tell grown dudes why. That's what she said. Isn't workplace appropriate anymore? Not glamorous, but it pays my apartment, is my safe zone, super minimal, clean edges, everything white, gray, intentional, few framed prints of abstract female silhouettes on the walls. Friends say it looks like a modern art exhibit. I say it's what mental clarity looks like in physical form. My love life, though, looks like someone spilled paint and called it art. Total chaos. People pretend is deep, but actually sucks. Wasn't always like this. Or at least that's what I keep telling myself lately. Dating apps have been absolute garbage. Hinge, Bumble, all of it. Just dudes whose whole personality is financially conservative but socially chill. And poly guys with patchy beards asking me to meet their primary partner. Yeah, hard pass. I'm not joining your weird little codependent circle. Every date feels like I'm interviewing someone, and they showed up with zero qualifications last week. Met this guy. Eric looked decent on his profile, pics from some protest. Bio said he supported women's rights. Standards are underground, but he seemed like he could at least step over them. Meet in person. He's shorter than advertised. Obviously we do the usual small talk, jobs, hometowns, surface stuff. I start talking about a new unconscious bias training I'm building. I'm actually excited about it. Getting into systemic inequality, dismantling workplace structures, all that. Look up expecting engagement, maybe curiosity, maybe even respect. He's just staring at me like his brain shut off. Slow nod. Wow, that sounds kinda intense. Then immediately pivots. So, you watch Marvel movies? Spent the rest of the night calmly explaining how superhero films reinforce patriarchal narratives and normalize state violence. He just sips his craft beer. Huh. I just think Iron Man's suit is cool. Paid my half. Left blocked him before my ride even showed up. Get back home. Pour a glass of wine. I definitely shouldn't be buying text group chat with my girls, Tasha and Aaron. Update, another one failed basic critical thinking. Tasha replies instantly. Ugh, men are so fragile it's embarrassing. Aaron jumps in. They can't handle women who don't need them. It scares them. We keep going, hyping each other up, reinforcing the same conclusion. It's not us, it's them, it's society. It's how men were raised under patriarchy. Feels validating, like I'm not alone, like I'm right. Turns the loneliness into something almost heroic, like I'm sacrificing for a bigger cause. Finish the wine. Look around my spotless, silent place. I'm doing great. That's what I tell myself. But honestly, this isn't really about Eric. It's about Daniel. Daniel was my serious college relationship. We were together almost 3 years back then. I was convinced he was it. He was smart but not obnoxious about it. Engineering major who read philosophy on the side. He was kind, actually listened. When I got deeper into feminist theory, he supported it. Read the stuff. I sent him, went to campus talks with me, called himself a feminist too. Felt like we were aligned like a team. Everyone said we were perfect together. After graduating, we moved in tiny, crappy apartment, but it was ours. And that's when things started shifting. Or maybe that's when I finally noticed at first it was small stuff. He'd come home from his engineering job, drained. I'd want to talk about an article or something. I'd been thinking about microaggressions, theory. All that he'd try to listen, but his focus wasn't there. Can we just chill tonight, Mia? I'm wiped. Chill like inequality. Just pauses for convenience. I told him that wanting to switch off was a privilege he had, that I didn't get to opt out. First time I saw something in his face change, not just tired, something deeper. He just said, okay, you're right. Then went to play video games, classic escape, retreating into a world where everything is simple and controllable. Then more stuff started coming up. He loved cooking, always had, but it was heavy. Comfort food, steak, potatoes, stuff from his childhood. I told him we should think about the gender politics of food, how meat culture ties into toxic masculinity, suggested we go plant-based for ethical and health reasons. He tried for a few weeks, ate the quinoa bowls and lentil soups I made, but he looked miserable one night. I came home, smelled amazing. He'd made himself a burger in secret. We had a massive argument. Wasn't about the burger. I made that clear. It was about him going behind my back on values we were supposed to share, about him resisting growth. He just said, Mia, it's just a burger. That was always his line. It's just a joke. It's just a movie. It's just a burger. He never got it. Nothing is just anything. Everything means something. Everything connects to something bigger. The breaking point was when I learned about emotional labor. That term hit me like a switch flipping. On finally had a word for why I always felt drained. Emotional labor. Suddenly everything clicked. I'm the one scheduling everything, remembering his mom's birthday, starting every serious conversation, keeping the relationship running like a project manager. So, I sit him down, serious talk time. I literally made charts like actual visual aids, not even joking. Walk him through the concept step by step. Tell him he needs to start carrying his share. This isn't optional, this is basic partnership. He looks at the charts, then at me, and just shuts down. No anger, no pushback, just quiet. I'm trying, Mia. Flat voice. I feel like I'm trying really hard. But it's never enough, is it? Tell him it's not about enough. It's about equality. About showing up as a real partner. He shakes his head slowly. No, it feels like you want me to be someone else. Pause. Like you want me to be you. We break up about a month later. My call, I tell him I've outgrown him. I need someone on my level, someone who pushes me forward instead of holding me back. He doesn't argue, doesn't beg, just packs his stuff and leaves. It hurts, obviously it hurts, but I frame it as necessary, like cutting off something that's holding me down. I'm leveling up, he's still stuck in beginner mode, don't see him again for years. Fast forward to last weekend, perfect fall, day sun out, cool air, leaves doing their thing. Decide to hit this upscale farmer's market across the city. The pretentious one, $18 honey jars, vegetables that look like they were grown in a fantasy forest. I love it, feels like where I belong. Wearing my favorite linen outfit, effortlessly put together, canvas tote, that says something edgy about smashing systems, buying overpriced sourdough. Then I hear it a laugh, familiar deep, easy, relaxed. Haven't heard it in years. Turn my head, and there he is. Daniel, and he looks different. Not just good. Better filled out, broader, solid, grounded, not skinny. Like before, not wearing the tight, trendy stuff I used to pick for him. Just flannel, jeans. Work boots, simple, practical. The kind of look I used to roll my eyes at. But it suits him. He looks comfortable in his own skin, and he's not alone. His arm is around a woman, complete opposite of me. Long blonde hair in a loose braid. Light floral dress, sandals. No visible makeup, like a walking Pinterest board. I would have criticized, and then I notice she's pregnant. Not subtle, very pregnant. My stomach drops instantly. The bread in my hands suddenly feels heavy. They're laughing with the cheese vendor. He leans down and kisses her head. Casual, automatic. Intimate feels. Like I'm intruding, just watching should leave. Just turn around and disappear. Pretend I never saw them. But I can't move. Then he looks up. Scans. The crowd locks. Eyes with me, recognition, hits. His smile flickers for a second, then settles into something neutral. Mia. Not even a question. The woman looks at me, smiles warmly. No tension, no suspicion, just genuine friendliness. It throws me off. Hey! I manage voice sounds tight. He gestures between us. Mia, this is my wife, Emily. Emily, this is Mia, an old friend from college. Old friend that stings more than expected. Emily reaches out, firm handshake. It's so nice to meet you. I've heard a lot about you. Oh, I'm sure she has probably the villain version of me. All good things, I hope, I say. Trying to sound light comes out sharper than I meant. Daniel gives a small, polite smile. We're just grabbing stuff for dinner. Emily's been baking nonstop lately. She laughs, rests a hand on her stomach. This little one is making me crave apple pie constantly. It's all so wholesome, so normal, it almost makes me uncomfortable. So what are you up to these days? He asks. There it is, my moment. Time to show him what he lost. Straighten up a bit. I'm a DEI director at a major tech company. I manage a team focused on equity and inclusion initiatives across the org. Wait for it. The reaction impressed. Regret. Something doesn't come. He just nods. That sounds important. Good for you. Completely neutral. Like I said, I work retail. Emily lights up. That actually sounds really meaningful. It must feel good doing work like that. She's so nice it annoys me. It is, I say. It's difficult work dismantling long-standing systemic issues, but it matters. I'm laying it on heavy, want them to feel. I want it to land. What about you? I ask him, still engineering. I remember how much he hated it. The hours, the corporate nonsense, he shakes his head, smiles for real. This time, nah, I left that a while back. I run my own custom woodworking business now. Says it like he's proud, like really proud. Woodworking. Seriously, this guy graduated atop of his class with a high-paying offer. And he walked away to build furniture. Mostly cabinets, shelving, custom pieces. He continues. I like working with my hands, setting my own schedule. Emily beams at him. He's incredible at it. You should see the crib he made for the baby. My brain is glitching. This is the same guy I once argued with for 2 hours about gender-coded toys. Now he's out here building cribs and talking about grain patterns like what happened to him. Feels like he downgraded his entire life. She pulled him into that world. This soft-spoken, sundress, pie-baking woman turned him into a cliché. A guy with calloused hands and a pickup truck. Well, I say, can't even hide the tone. As long as you're happy, I guess. He doesn't flinch, looks at her, then back at me. I am, calm, steady. I really am. Something about how sure he sounds hits me wrong, like ice down my spine. Awkward silence just sits there, and somehow she's the one who fixes it. It was really nice meeting you, Emily says, hand on his arm. But we should go before everything's picked over. Yeah, he nods, looks at me one last time. Take care, Mia, and that's it. They turn and walk off together, his arm around her hand resting on her back, like it belongs there. They lean into each other naturally, like they fit. Like it's easy. I'm just standing there, holding overpriced bread, like an idiot. My tote bag suddenly feels stupid. All of it does. Don't even remember paying. Don't remember getting back to my car. Next thing I know, I'm sitting in the parking garage staring at a concrete wall. Rage hits, first, hot, immediate. How dare he? How dare he look that content? How dare he throw away everything he could have been? For something so basic, and that woman with her calm smile and obvious pregnancy. She took what he was supposed to become, and turned him into some workshop guy, drive home on autopilot, get back inside my clean. Perfect apartment. But it doesn't feel the same, not sleek, not intentional, just empty quiet in a bad way. Drop the bread on the counter, don't even want it. Grab my phone, I need backup, need someone to confirm I'm right. Call Tasha, you won't believe who I just ran into. I tell her everything, frame it exactly how it felt, him as the sellout, her as the manipulative stay-at-home type, who locked him down, me as the successful one, forced to witness their fake happiness. She delivers exactly what I expect. That's so gross. He peaked and then gave it all up. You dodged a bullet. You're out here thriving and he's building cabinets in suburbia. It should feel reassuring, but it doesn't feel rehearsed. Like we've said this script too many times. We hang up, silence fills the apartment again, louder this time, and for the first time, the story I've been telling myself doesn't fully stick. Small thought creeps in. What if I'm wrong? Spend the rest of the weekend half present, can't shake his face, that calm, that certainty. He never looked at me like that, not even early on with me. It was always intense, engaged, arguing, analyzing, debating. Everything was a discussion, a breakdown. Our relationship felt like a constant project with her. He just looked at peace, do something I haven't done in years. Open Facebook search, his name profile pops up instantly. Not even private profile pic, is them on a hike somewhere. Both smiling like idiots. Banner is a wooden bookshelf, perfectly made. Probably his work scroll photos of trips renovating a house together. Him in a workshop covered in sawdust. Actually smiling, no. Long rants, no. Reposted articles. Just life, normal life. Click on her profile, flowers from her garden, baked stuff, simple things. My first instinct is to judge, dismiss it. But then I see the comments, friends hyping her up, inviting her places, complimenting her. She has people she's connected, she's loved. Then I find a post from him, about a year-old photo of her asleep on the couch, head resting in his lap. Caption is short, but it hits hard. He says he used to think love had to be loud, constant effort, something to fix all the time. Then says he was wrong, that love is quiet, that it's peace, that it's coming home to that moment. Says he's lucky. Read it once. Then again, then again. Each time it lands harder. He's talking about us, about what we had, and he's not wrong. I treated him like a project, like something to refine, strip away flaws, reshape into what I thought was better. Never actually asked if he was okay. Just told him what okay should look like, open my old photo. Backups, find pictures of us. Look at his face, I used to think he looked thoughtful, engaged. Now I see something else, tension, tight, jaw, eyes slightly strained, like he's constantly monitoring himself, afraid to mess up, walking on eggshells. And that exhaustion, that deep kind, close the laptop. Look around my apartment again. White walls, clean lines, everything in place. But now it feels cold, sterile, not a sanctuary. A bunker. Something I built to protect myself from, even considering I might be wrong. I talked about empowerment, but I controlled everything. I demanded effort, but didn't create safety. I said I wanted a partner, but only one who mirrored me. Exactly. He didn't fall backwards. He got out. He didn't get taken. He found someone who actually fit him.